your mommy, okay? Or your daddy. But remember that. Some people actually think it is. Hello, wake up. Get your ostrich head out of the sand, would you? I mean, seriously? If that's what you think, you're in trouble. So, well, I'm going to play a song just for that. Be right back. Oops.
lose, so you must be the perfect loser. It's always the same, but you've got nothing to lose, so you must be the perfect loser. You are the loser. It's always the same, but you've got nothing to lose, so you must be the perfect loser. You are the loser. You are the loser. You are the loser. Giving it up, it's always the same, but you've got nothing to lose, so you must be the perfect loser. You are the loser.
Echo, 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 echo. Woo! Cool, huh? Yeah. Oh, I have news straight in from Canada. Odd news from Canada. Here we go. The odd news from Canada is video man speeds down drainage chute in kayak. And he kayaks down a drainage, it's going downhill, it's got water in it, and it's only about a couple feet wide, and he goes down this thing about 30 miles an hour, or reaching 30 miles an hour at certain points. He's going downhill screaming. This is what they're doing in Canada right now, okay? They're not worried about anything but kayaking down drainage ditches. So, and another alarming epidemic, mass die-off of starfish on Canada's Pacific coast. Okay? And what I'm thinking is, if it's off of Canada's Pacific coast, well, guess what? Doesn't that sound like Fukushima radiation to you? Of course, a lot of people don't admit it. I know people that are going around right now asking other people if they believe that the Fukushima radiation is going to kill us. And there's people even still fishing, and they're all saying, oh no, that's not true. That's not happening. Oh no, the internet makes up lies. Well, that's what I'm out to find out. If the internet is making up lies, I would like to know. Okay? Some people say, well, the regular news on TV won't tell you because the government has total control over the regular news. Other people say, no, that's not true. Other people say, yes, that's true. So, I'm caught in a dilemma, okay? Some people are saying, yes, Fukushima is going to kill us. Other people are saying, no. So, but the other people could be the sheepies, too. They could be the sheeples, you know. So, who knows? If they're still eating the fish, I would think that they probably are still the sheeples. I mean, even if Fukushima wasn't going to hurt us, I'm sure it's still in the fish, right? Why would you eat the fish? Okay? Yeah, so, yeah, I'm just, I've been kind of watching this, you know. I haven't really found out, for myself, I haven't really found out who's lying and who's not. And it's hard because there's so many people that lie. Too bad, you know. Too bad they do that. You know, they ruin it for everybody else. I hate that. Would you knock it off? If you're lying, would you knock it off? Please, you know, people want to know if they're going to die or not. Jeez, you know, and you're just like, and the government's covering it up because they don't want panic Well, I'm going to panic. I'm going to panic right now. I want to know if Fukushima's killing me right now, okay? Thank you very much. I'm going to, it's like they always say you're going to panic if you know. No. They got that wrong. You're going to panic if you don't know, okay? They got it totally backwards. Maybe the people in the old days, they didn't want to know. Well, I want to know, and I'm panicking right now. I want to know. Serious. Really, I don't get that, it's like they always talk about UFOs. Well, they want to tell people, well, they want the government to come out and say, yes, there's UFOs. Well, they don't want the government doesn't want to say it because they're afraid people are going to panic. They're going to panic because they don't want to know. What? I think it's like more you panic if you don't know. You want to know. You want to know. That's why it makes you panic, because you want to know. I mean, I've seen a UFO, so nobody can tell me anything because I've seen one. I know it's there. It's real. I have a lot of witnesses on that one. There are a lot of witnesses that saw that UFO, not just me. So I'm glad for that. At least I know they exist, okay? I know that for a fact. I know it for a fact. A fact. 300 people. At least 300 people saw the UFO that night in Mexico. And believe me, not every one of those people were stoned or drunk, okay? I mean, everybody's looking at the same direction, okay? Half my family saw it, and the other half wasn't even there. They were back in town because they were trying to get another car because our car broke down, so we had to get another car. But anyway, all the rest of the people on the beach, I even looked over to my side to see if how many people were outside looking. I was kind of curious to want to know who was looking and who wasn't. Everybody was out there, everybody, except some people. They're scared. They told their kids to get back in their trailer because they had like a little campsite where people had little trailers or little RVs and stuff. And some people were telling their kids to get in the trailer. Oh yeah, like the trailer's going to save their life. If a UFO comes down and sucks them up, I don't think the trailer is going to really save them. Hello? People are so stupid. It's like, come on. Alien technology, I think, could, probably take the whole trailer and suck it up too. It ain't going to defend or it's not going to help that kid. I mean, or anybody, it's not like you can't even I bet you can't even go underground. I bet it could suck you out from underground. Seriously. I mean, I wouldn't want to mess with them. But actually, I don't really think that people, UFO people, aliens or whatever, I don't think they're there to hurt us because they could have hurt us a long time ago. They could have blown every bomb that we'd gone off and blown us all to smithereens, but it didn't happen. I think they're actually here to watch us and to make sure that we don't blow each other up. I don't know. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I'm just saying, or they're watchers. They're just watching. Maybe they're watching for God. Maybe God sent them over here because maybe God's a far off distance and He sent them over here to keep an eye on our stupid idiot donkey because we're too stupid to do anything. I mean, it's so funny because people think they're so smart, but in the long run, if you only knew how stupid you were. I mean, could you create the heavens and the earth in so many days? 6 days? 7 days? Well, it's like 6 days. Or is it 8 days? I think it's 6 days. He had a day off. Something like that. I don't know. But, I mean, could you create anything like that? Could you create a planet? No. You can't create a planet. So, are you smart? Not really. Nobody's smart, okay? Even if I sound stupid to you, hey, can you create a planet? No? Okay. Okay, then you're not too much smarter than me. So, when you think that somebody's really stupid or really smart, it doesn't matter. Because none of us are really smart, okay? We're here, we're a bunch of monkeys, okay? We're a bunch of monkeys.